When Bart was born, the doctor asked Homer to cut the umbilical cord, but the cord was so tough that Homer had to really put some muscle into it to get it done. Homer helped Marge adjust the back of her chair.
What the? Hey, he's mooning me!
Newborns don't moon people.
The happy family drifted off to sleep. Just then, a doctor walked in. She needed to check on the newborn, saying the baby was absolutely beautiful.
Really? Don't you see a lot of these?
Not one that's my grandson.
It turned out to be Homer's mother. She'd stopped by to see her grandson one last time before leaving.
You in here.
I guess that'll have to do.
She even remembered to give Abe a kiss.
Wait, doctor! Let's talk!
Years later, on Mother's Day, the whole family went out to a restaurant to celebrate.
Hey, please stay out of the kitchen.
When a sign says brunch, I brunch.
Back at home, Lisa pulled out the gift she'd made for her mom, just like she did every year. Then Bart pulled out his gift too.
Oh, nothing in this world beats a baby's kiss. Ooh, I think she's so cute. How do you tell someone who doesn't talk to shut up?
Day, Bart pulled out a gun, ready to take down Santa Claus just because he didn't get his beloved motorcycle. But when Bart was fast asleep in the middle of the night, suddenly a bright light woke him up. He pushed open the door and saw a massive Polar Express. The conductor was shouting loudly that this was the train to Santa's place. After Bart boarded the train, it actually started flying through the air. As the Christmas leaves burned, the train began speeding up rapidly. Everywhere they passed was filled with Christmas spirit. After an hour, the train reached Santa's North Pole.
Excuse me, Mr. Goblin?
Elf, I'm an elf.
Whatever you say.
Bart then asked where Santa was located. The elf said only senior elves could meet Santa. Bart had to start from the wrapping room when he got here. Then Bart followed two poorly dressed little elves into the wrapping room. However, there were only a few people Bart's size in the wrapping room. Where did everyone else go? Two co-workers told Bart they all ran to the South Pole because the pay was better there. Bart watched the two working on wrapping paper and felt that Christmas no longer needed wrapping paper. Then he stuck several bows on the wooden cart. This saved materials and sped up progress. The senior elf saw all this and thought Bart was very clever, so he promoted him to toy inspector while the other two co-workers were fired. Nelson complained that his lungs were now full of candy dust. Seeing this, the senior elf had them both help the Easter Bunny instead. At this time, the teddy bear production line was sorting through a batch of broken teddy bears. Seeing this situation, Bart put pirate bear labels on the broken bears and solved the problem. The senior elf discovered that Bart had many money-saving tricks and promoted him to manager again. So Bart walked into the building where Santa was located. He even got his own private office. At this time, Lisa walked over and blamed Bart for getting to the top of the company through deception. Bart asked Lisa where Santa's office was. Lisa said she knew Bart's intention for coming here was for the toy he never got. Bart ignored her and kept walking forward. Seeing this, Lisa directly exposed that Bart wanted to use a hunting rifle to kill Santa. Bart admitted to this and angrily said Lisa couldn't stop him either.
Security!
Two snowman guards heard the commotion and rushed over. Bart calmly turned up the temperature and the snowman guards melted into puddles of ice water. Now Lisa couldn't stop Bart either. Bart loaded his gun with bullets, then kicked the door open. He menacingly demanded that Santa bring him an off-road motorcycle or he'd blow him away.
Close the door, boy. I can't afford to heat the whole North Pole.
Bart looked around and found Santa's room was shabby, but he still walked up to Santa demanding the off-road motorcycle. Look at my office now. My company has gone bankrupt. I only eat one meal a day now and wear socks with holes in them. After hearing Santa's words, Bart felt he was too pitiful. Santa said he was so hungry he had to cook and eat the reindeer.
You win.
Santa gave him a Christmas stick, said a few comforting words, and sent Bart away. However, what no one expected was that as soon as Bart left, Santa immediately transformed his luxurious office back. Dozens of beautiful women walked in from next door to dress Santa, and he resumed his extravagant lifestyle. At this time, the train Bart was on was being chased by Clancy. Seeing this, the conductor abandoned the train and fled.
Bart started his pranks again. He loosened the screws of all the school facilities. As a result, all the desks fell apart, and the school building almost collapsed. They watched as Willie got knocked out by the falling letters. Bart told Milhouse to hide the evidence quickly so that the principal couldn't punish them. However, Milhouse turned around and bumped right into Skinner, watching his friend being taken away. Bart felt very nervous. The school supervisor didn't believe that Milhouse had done this alone. If he didn't tell who his accomplice was, he would be suspended for a week. But Milhouse didn't seem to care about this punishment.
So you realize if you're suspended, you'll be missing Taco Wednesday.
Just when Milhouse couldn't resist the temptation to talk, he suddenly saw Bart outside the door. In the end, Milhouse was suspended. All the classmates were looking at him, and Milhouse felt extremely humiliated. During the time he was grounded, Bart promised to visit him every day.
Look, I gotta go. But don't worry, I'll visit you every day. I promise.
Bart, you're a true friend.
But But on this day, Bart was attracted by a girl in the nursing home. He invited the girl to go boating on the lake. On the way, the girl noticed that some kids on the shore were bullying ducklings. She asked Bart to save the ducks. Bart didn't hesitate to jump into the water, but then, thinking that he might get beaten up, he hesitated. At this moment, the girl was looking at him expectantly, so Bart summoned up his courage and walked up to the bullies.
Can you give me the duckling without beating me up? Come on, I'm trying to impress a girl.
So are we. Either the duck suffers or the kid does. Or none of you's getting nothing from Shauna.
Bart's bravery impressed the girl. That night, he took the opportunity to invite the girl to have dinner. Just when everyone was having a good time, the doorbell suddenly rang, and outside the window, it was pouring cats and dogs.
Why didn't you come to visit me, Bart?